There's a safety factor in this house right now, and we need to address it.
Oh my God, can you imagine that? Fully grounded, you're going to get the shock of a lifetime.
There are a lot of problems that we weren't originally aware of because it looks great.
Why the hell would you do that?
Oh, nice renovation, good job, yeah. Just wait till you turn on the washing machine.
This is just the beginning. We haven't gone upstairs yet.
It's absolutely discombobulated.
Oh yeah, baby. Mike Holmes. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it. How do you do this to a family? Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Oh my God. On the money. 2, 3.
Oh my God!
It's perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Kristine and Terry, they have 3 beautiful kids. They have 2 children from Korea that come in for the whole school year, every year. I like it. It's good. Let's put an addition up. Let's make more room. Let's make a room for the kids in the basement, a room for the older kids on the other side.
A place where the girls could go if they have had their friends over, because we've got 3 little kids, they're teenagers, a movie room for them where they could hang out with their friends, but we needed a playroom for our kids as well. We needed a computer room, and we needed a bathroom for ourselves so that we could have a little sanctuary too.
It is a hot day.
Initial deposit, $200. Sounds perfect. Soon as he walked in the door, he wanted 25% of the total contract.
Hello.
Hello, come on in.
Nice to see you, Kristine. Terry.
Great to see you again.
How you doing today?
Within the next 2 weeks, another 25% of the contract. Guaranteed to be done in 4 months.
We wanted everything to be at least functional by September so that they could start school and begin, and that never happened. September 1st, we had no floors.
2-car garage.
Two-car
Take
garage.
one side of it, turn it into a livable space.
Yes.
Okay.
And
New
on the-
kitchen, dining room, bedroom upstairs.
Yes.
So it's just not finished.
It's just not finished, and there are some issues.
All of the trim and the cabinet and the undermount lighting, so our kitchen is unfinished. On top of that, there were an awful lot of things that really were finished improperly.
Second floor, new deck. I do not like the way this is lapped. We got a couple of birds' nests, so you got some friends living here. But I would have cut this 6x6 so it lapped up over the beam and it holds the beam in place, because right now I see one screw on each side of the 6x6 holding the double 2x8 top.
It's summertime now, and it's great weather, and we get up in the morning, and we can't walk out and enjoy our deck because it didn't pass the code.
Yeah, but it looks good.
It looks
good.
nice.
Looks like it'd be fine.
It's just not safe.
I heard you have electrical problems.
Wires hanging out of the kitchen under the cabinets. We have kids in the house.
We woke up one morning to find our, at the time, 1-year-old had pulled a stool over and is putting the undermount wires into a toaster.
Wires hanging down from the ceiling in the basement. Receptacle switches live.
Even though the basement wasn't under contract, we had a verbal agreement with him that he would do the basement. So when he took out the ceiling here, he just took it all out. But this is how he left everything, with all of these wires hanging down. And
What's a little bit of tape to put it up and tape it up and make sure there's nothing live for the kids that I just found everything hanging is live?
there was a thunderstorm, there was some sort of a power surge, everything went off, everything came back on, except the mudroom, the garage, the central vac.
Do we have any issues with the government here? You did get permits, right?
We got a permit for the extension upstairs, the bedroom upstairs, the addition upstairs. We did not get a permit for anything else. He told us that nothing structural was changing, so we didn't need any other permits.
Well, he needed a permit for everything he touched. If he comes down here, he needs a permit. Did you get a permit for the HVAC?
All the right permits, all the right plans. Missing an HVAC permit, which is the heating. That was a definite, but they didn't have that one.
Let's go upstairs. The rails are nice, just not finished.
It's not finished. We also have an issue at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. You didn't replace the bull nose. Where are we finding it cold? Here?
It's cool here. It's freezing in our bedroom. This is the cool zone. That's the freezing zone.
Over the garage.
Yes.
Laundry room.
The washer and dryer, which we moved from the basement to the second floor, and we asked that it be quiet. Evidently that never happened because 6 or 7 times a week we have a train coming through our house. At least it sounds like it anyway.
He tried to level it, he tried to fix it. He really did make an effort to level it and get the vibrations to stop. And when he couldn't, and we kept saying, this is not acceptable, he looked at us and said, it's to code.
Okay, does he still owe him money?
Yes.
The money has essentially evaporated, except the payment that we still have put aside for him or for the work that needs to be done.
Don't tell me he's liened you.
He's leaned us.
I'm glad the homeowners held that money back. They said, finish the work, we'll give you the money. He gets upset, he leaves, a lien gets slapped on the property.
We wrote to the Better Business Bureau and outlined our complaint. He responded by saying that he's over 99% complete.
The kitchen's not complete, the electrical's not complete, the insulation's not complete, the job's not complete.
He then filed a claim against us, a lien against our house, stating that he's over 99% complete.
By what I see, no, he's not.
The deck's wrong, nothing's passed, he claims everything's passed.
The work isn't 99% complete, and some of the work is very questionable, and there's some really big problems, and some of the work's just not to code.
You have no heat in here?
No, this is freezing cold, that's frigid.
Well, there's no
So
heat in
we,
We actually did daily temperatures from December 6th to March 1st. Never got above 17 degrees in the main bedroom.
the walk-in never got above 15, and the bathroom never got above 14.
Square footage says you must have a heat register. Bathroom?
Yes.
Bathroom. And this was supposed to be our sanctuary. This is probably one of the biggest disappointments.
I don't see an access panel in this. Do you have an access panel in the other room?
No, and unfortunately, the jets in the tub don't work.
Jets don't
so
work? Does
the
anything
jets-
work?
The air,
The air
little
bubbles,
the air
but the
bubbles
jets
work,
don't
but
work.
the jets don't work.
Well, we know it's a bad relationship now. We know that the homeowners don't want him back in the house. I'm here, so what am I gonna do?
I'll start in the garage. I'll open up the ceiling in the garage to see what type of insulation is there.
I'm gonna bring in the ESA. I'm gonna find out what was passed, what was not passed.
I'll bring in my electrician, my HVAC guy. Let's check out your furnace to see if it's even powerful enough to exhaust the rest of the house. Let's see if it's still alive and kicking.
I'm gonna bring in the building inspector, find out what was passed, what was not passed.
We'll take it from there. Okay? So no more headaches. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna finish this.
Thank you.
And you know what? It's gonna look as good as it does now, but at least everything's gonna be right. And hopefully, there's not too much wrong. Hopefully. I'm just gonna spray foam.
Okay.
I'm starting to think of taking this all down. Gee.
My dream was actually to become a hockey player. The only thing I was missing was talent, so here I am.
I'm taking a thermographic image, and what it'll do is it'll show me the difference in temperatures. Okay, see the black?
Yeah.
That tells me it's a cold zone right there.
Okay. So black indicates cold.
I have the air conditioner on nice and heavy so I can locate all the ductwork.
Smart.
So we see the curtains.
Yeah.
All right. Cool curtains. It's right when we have the exhaust, so
I
it's
gotcha.
Look at that.
It's traveling right up. Is that ever cool?
Isn't that nice? Yeah, so we know there's cold air coming
Yeah.
out of there, but there's not enough cold air.
Right.
You can see that one. Look at
Yeah,
that. It just
look at that.
stands right out. Yeah, there's a good shot there, right? We see all the studding and the ceiling joists.
Yeah.
So that just goes to prove when you're insulating, you're not insulating studs, are
Right.
you? Once again, the ductwork in the bathroom is blowing cold on the wall.
Yeah. And the tile's holding it, I take it.
Look at how hot, because the sun's on that wall. See the corners?
Wow, look at that.
That heat is transferring through. It'd be hard to tell with the temperature today, but everything right now is hot. I can't even see the studs. I should see more, so it kind of concerns me that this is not properly insulated.
Since the garage is directly below the master bedroom where it's cold up there, not to mention electrical issues, it'll give us a chance to run a new line to the walk-in closet.
These, the insul wrap. Curious. Curious. They even did it around the bulkhead.
Yeah, I saw that.
But, you know, what's that going to do when you got floor joists there? It's not going to do anything. As far as I'm concerned, we have a minor one here for you. If I could get you to do an initial inspection, I'll tell you some of the things that happened. First, we'll clean this up. The addition is up over the garage, and something happened when a lightning storm came through. Did not affect the panel. Lightning struck, shut off the house. It came back on. Now, all the electrical, or almost all of the electrical in the addition, the garage especially, is no longer working. We see this. This was the old dryer line, okay? So they ran their washer and dryer upstairs. So he runs a line, no staples. Why did he junction it
10
off
feet
this
of
line?
wire.
10 feet of wire. Is he allowed to do this?
Is it accessible?
Yes, it is. Take a look, see what you find. Let me know.
Just curiosity to take a look inside the panel to find what's going on. I ended up finding that there's a double pole breaker here that seems to be turning off the lights downstairs. Wrong breaker used, wrong gauge of wire. This is the only real work that you're actually going to be able to see. And to show it off in this manner, for me to clean this up, it may just be easier to take the panel right off and just put in a bigger circuit, a bigger panel. This is a 24 circuit. We'll go to a 32, allowing us a couple of extra spaces for future use.
Take all this down.
Yep.
Let's put this aside and drop everything from the casing over, okay?
No problem.
From this corner, lose the bulkhead, cut the ceiling, don't touch the ceiling at this point, right across here, right across to here.
Yeah.
This will allow us to see in this wall as to why it was cold here
gotcha.
in the kitchen. Don't touch the wall yet, let's just concentrate on the bulkhead.
Okay.
And I want to see all the insulation out, okay?
Okay.
What's the matter?
So someone goofed. Look at, oh, we forgot the vapor barrier. Oh, don't worry about it. Let's put pieces within the void.
Isn't it actually worse to do it
This would
way
be a
than-
more chance of buildup of mold than anything. They would have been better not to put the plastic in. Take that shelving unit off and take the whole wall down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are we missing here?
Oh my
Drywall.
God.
By code, there must be drywall on that side of
Like
it,
a
and then
firewall?
insulate here and then drywall out here. We need a fire
Okay,
stop
stop.
at this location. You've got to love this. Holy crap, you're hot stuff.
I am hot.
You got your blue shorts on, too. Someone put a screw in the line?
That's what it looks like.
We'll fix it. This meter shows us cubic feet per minute. In other words, CFMs. What we're trying to do is figure out how much air is actually making it upstairs. So 224 is the average. Downstairs, we got 389.
89.
So it's just over half of downstairs, which is not good. That's a 5-inch run,
That's a
isn't it?
5-inch run. I like to switch that over to a 6-inch because of the square foot of this room.
Let's try this one. Ooh, it's even less. 184 is where it's really staying at. For the hell of it, let's check the bathroom. Would that be acceptable for this room?
5-inch run in this square foot of an area here, it's fine.
And the furnace is on low, so you're gonna increase it to a higher fan,
Medium high.
and then you're gonna change the lines over
And
anyways.
I'm gonna change the lines in that room that are 5-inch to a 6-inch. So you have more flow.
Okay.
Now the ductwork inside the crawl space, you can see that top takeoff has a gap in it, and the same with the two other ones. And as you can see, the ductwork doesn't go all the way down to the end. They stop, and they have a 6-inch pipe running about at least 15 feet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue the duct
So
down.
you're gonna continue the trunk
That's right,
down.
the trunk down, closer to the end of the building. I will take all the duct out. You do your job, then I'll come behind and install my duct, and this place is finished.
As I'm looking at this, I happen to look up and just looking at everything. You see this line here?
That
See
red
this
one there?
bare white, red,
Yeah.
black, everything. What I did was I decided to search back. I follow it through. I can see it. It's right here. It's this one here, right? I continue through. It's right here. So the first thing I did was I went, oh, that appears to be live. And then I walked back over here, and this was beautiful. I decided to see, oh, it's live. What the hell's that? That's gas.
There's a gas right there.
That line right there is live. The whole thing is live. It's not just the red. So what happens if that live line that's 1 centimeter away from this pipe touches?
Hits the gas. Now the pipe is grounded, so now it's going to travel across here, into here, back to your main ground, and dissipate under the ground.
I can't reach it, right? So you grab one of this, right?
Use
I
a
can't reach
screwdriver or
it. I can't.
something.
Oh my God! Can you imagine that? Fully grounded, you're going to get the shock of a lifetime
Yeah.
by touching this and hitting that line.
A shock if you're lucky. You can die from that.
That's full amperage.
Yeah.
We'll shut that down.
Yes.
We see the electrical junction box right on the wall there. Here is 4 cable lines. One appears to be slightly unplugged. Maybe that's why the jets aren't working and the aerator is.
Now that runs into the wall, which means they're gonna junction somewhere because that's gotta tie into electricity.
Exactly.
You wanna go in that room and see if there is a receptacle on this wall and take a look to see if it's tied in there?
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, let's just start by removing this, because that's definitely not a return error.
Oh, you don't want to see this?
No, I don't want to see that. I can... You've got to be kidding me.
And you know why your jacuzzi is not working?
Why?
The GFI is tripped.
You've got to be kidding
It's
me.
tripped right there, man.
You've freaking got to be kidding me.
Turn that on. We got power.
They've double GFI'd it. They faked it. The guy knows about this. The panel's right here.
Yeah.
So now we have a double GFI, which is going to continue to break, because you can't take a GFI off a GFI, can you?
No, it'll keep tripping on you. So that's the reason why we have a double pole downstairs.
99% done. I should have said 99% screwed. That's what I should have said.
They had a GFI protected.
We have power. Cute. Really cute. A GFI receptacle. That's funny. That's funny. I know for sure, and I almost did it just about half an hour ago, that this ceiling is coming down, okay? Because I'm going to point out what I found in your bathroom upstairs, which has really gotten on my nerves. I've already had my electricians in. They've already rewired that receptacle over there, made everything safe within here, corrected 2 lines in this area alone. Come into here. So we've damn near gutted your whole garage. We see the plumbing, the pipes, in a cold zone. And there was no proper vapor barrier around it. They actually used what they would call a thermal blanket. It's a reflective metal that's normally used for radiant heating. They used that around the bulkhead. They used it in between your floor joists and put up an R20 insulation. If you think that this is going to keep your room warm, not a chance. Cold? It was cold.
Very cold.
When we pulled this down, the first thing we noticed, they had wrapped in the vapor barrier in between each and every zone, which you cannot do. It's not allowed. It must be 100% airtight. Vapor barrier is for airtight, so you don't lose hot air or air inside your home through the walls. There was no way this was gonna work. There was no way it was gonna pass. They just closed it up and got a cover up. As a matter of fact, when I talked to the building inspector, he'd said, I don't know what's up in the garage. I didn't get a chance to inspect it, so he had a big question mark on the garage.
He did things wrong, but we're left on the hook to fix it. I don't understand. I don't understand how this has all happened.
Remember what was here?
Central vac.
Your central vac. What was here?
My plug.
The GFI.
Yes.
That GFI blew.
Our contractor told us that there were 18 man-hours left. That means his crew could have come in on a Monday morning from 8 to 12 and our entire house would have been safe and complete. After meeting with Mike, I don't think so.
Because that went off, that was wired to everything that went down, your whole garage. So nobody could see it to come in and push a GFI. It should not have been a GFI.
It was clear to us a long time ago that he wasn't done. Now it's clear to me that we should have stopped paying him a long time ago.
We found so much electrical in here that was ridiculous, like live lines in the corner over here. We'd open up your panel, extremely sloppy, as not to mention completely loaded. You're supposed to leave 2 spares at all times. We are gonna put in a brand new panel. We're gonna fix up all your electrical down here. Guys have ripped out all the ductwork. Why? First of all, it's no good. It's not gonna work. We tested everything in theory. It's not going to work. We had 389 CFMs at your front door. It's a 4-inch line. Not far from your furnace, that tells we have high velocity, high airflow at that point. Upstairs, we had a maximum of 274 down to 189 in your bedroom. No wonder you weren't getting heat up there. It's not enough airflow.
I am absolutely outraged that we have spent basically every cent that we could mortgage to create a quality home, for a safe home for our family.
Second reason we took it down is because we need to seal the foam. You cannot, and they should have known this, you cannot just put foam in and leave it. Because it's on an interior base of your home, it must be sealed from fire. Why? If fire catches the foam, it releases toxic fumes inside. They will knock you down. You'll be trapped in the home.
I don't know. I'm infuriated right now that we have spent our whole life savings basically.
So we're in the bathroom, and we're ripping out tile because we want to inspect under the tub. Why isn't the jets working or anything else like that? Right away, we see some electrical. What do we see? Your tub is plugged into here.
Oh, my.
2 of them are GFI with a GFI downstairs. They are going to fight with each other and keep switching off. It takes 1 GFI. They should have done it with a breaker on the panel, but they can't because the panel's loaded and they didn't want to pay to give you a new panel and they didn't want to tell you about it, obviously, because they didn't, did they?
No.
The whole tub's coming out, the ceiling's coming down. I'm going to run this shower for about 4 hours straight to see if this is going to leak.
We paid him a lot of money with the premise that we're gonna get it done right, we're gonna get it done on time, everything's gonna be safe, we're gonna be good to go, and we just certainly didn't get any of that.
I'll be back.
It'll be good to see you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Keep smiling. I'm trying.
One thing worked out really well. We did pay him the money. So at least one of us is happy.
Don't half-ass it. That's the point. You're playing with people's lives. My birthday's tomorrow. Thank you. Since we've already found electrical, plumbing, HVAC problems, I'm gonna pull the ceiling in the dining room just to do more checkout, make sure the plumbing's good for the shower, and check out that line that runs to the tub. Where's that 14-3 line? That's a pain. Describe that. Take that ceiling down, please. I'm going to assume that that's the 14-3. It appears to be in the same neighborhood. The drain for the shower is right here. That box, I mean, that's got to be the line. Look what happens when something's done wrong. Electrical, plumbing, structural, insulation. Amazing what we have to open up. Amazing what we have to move to make it right, to put it all back together again. Our job is in the area of, at this point, 70 grand minimum. That's a lot of money for a $90,000 addition that exceeded its 90 and went to 120. 99% my butt. No support off the back. No support here, no support there. Take out all the cripples underneath, all the vertical studs, and then get underneath it and pry it up. Pain in the butt. Look at, they tiled around it, they put the cabinet in place first, they didn't tile behind it. Yo-yos. Oh, it's amazing how well that spray foam seals it. Just slowly. Okay, now, look at that. The motor is barely attached to the tub. Oh, I love these guys. Just put it down. Now they got a hot tub on the deck.
Right now I'm doing the run, the 5-inch run, up to the new master bedroom's walk-in closet. We changed the existing 5-inch, which were going into the master bedroom, to 6 inches, which were these ones here. And we left the remaining 5-inch, which was going to the bathroom. And I'm just gonna finish this off and we're good for today.
I want to spray foam all this, and I don't want the copper in the way in case of any future issues and I need to fix the copper. If I embed it with the wall tight, then it's another issue, and they're now affecting the insulation. Right. Can we come through here, up through the floor joist, come over, through, and then go right through the floor joist and out?
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna bring the laundry room upstairs back down. Nothing's been affected. We're just gonna change the electric. We're gonna give them a lint trap, so dryer, washer.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. Whoa. So we're gonna need to lose the plumbing, and I'm gonna need to cap that drain.
Down, down.
We've tested everything here. It appears to be fine. It's not exactly the way I would do it, but it's not leaking, so I accept. We pulled the tub.
1, 2, 3.
It's funny that these guys were smart enough to think that the motor gets hot, and now this would be an air escape. Even though we still don't want to do that, moisture will get inside that, so we're gonna close that off.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Easy?
Yep, no problem.
And you saw the garage where we're gonna tie back into.
That's right, yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Call me.
We'll get the ball rolling.
Okay, let's get some tools, let's get a level, and let's bring a line above the receptacle. We're gonna go straight across here, down the corner, leave that wall. So I want the whole bottom and whole side out.
Okay.
We found out that the shower is not vented, and that's a real bit bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Because what we need to do is now cut all those lines, try and vent it right. We need to find out what's vented, how it's vented.
Right.
That's the last thing I needed was to find out more plumbing problems.
Because we don't need the laundry, we don't need anything here anymore, so we can simply cut this. This line will become a vent, which we then can use to properly vent the shower, which is on the other side of the wall.
I'm supposed to put in 2 columns, and looking at it, I'm thinking, I gotta finish the bottom first, so.
We'll do the jewel stone and we'll skim the whole thing and leave for a few days so the corners, they harden up.
So take all the loose stuff out?
All the loose stuff out. On the bottom, first we're gonna level it out on the bottom so it's not so rough. We'll put a 2x6 or 2x8.
Which way, this way?
Flat, yeah.
You're gonna base plate this, then you're going to, I assume you're gonna fill it, then you're gonna come vertical?
Primer, cement primer on first, soak it good, and we'll fill up with the jewel stone.
Okay.
And make it even, and then when we come to the corners, we'll frame it, and before we frame, we'll put a few screws, so it's some kind of a steel inside.
Like
so
a pin system?
Like a pin system, yeah.
You use the jewel stone at 7,000 PSI, not only does it bond, but it becomes solid hard.
It becomes solid, exactly.
Oh, that's it.
That would be something.
That's it. I love it. I'm gonna show you the fastest way to do this. We're gonna build this wall. I'll tell you where to put the door.
Yeah.
Let's come right off of, so we're gonna have our plate right here. You're gonna measure right from that point over to the sill plate that's on top of the block wall. You're gonna go over that side, over, make a mark, screw a top plate in place. You're gonna go just to the left of the light. Have someone cutting the verticals, measuring, cutting, setting up the bottom plate. Do not secure the bottom plate till everything is put together. Level it, boom, drive it in place. And let's put the door right here. Starting here, I want to roughen a 34 inches.
34?
By 82 high, okay?
34, 82.
30 minutes. I'll be
Okay.
back in 30 minutes.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Everyone knows Mike Holmes is a stickler for perfection. What he's doing is he's testing us on time limit here. So what we want to do is impress him both with time and accuracy. So I think we can do it. We've got the guys here. Chalk line on those 2 marks we just did. Get our sill gasket down, and we'll start with our bottom plates, okay, guys? So you want to be able to see your blue line, eh, Pinker?
Okay.
So you're good there?
It's level. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah,
level,
yeah,
but
I
it's
see
on the
what you're
wrong
saying.
side of the level.
You're following it down. Look it all the way down. This level. So then you go to this face, right?
Okay, so if I follow this side down, straight down, you know where I end up? I end up on that side, but I'm on this side of this piece of wood. Oh, he's watching.
It's all good.
I was watching on the monitor.
Yeah.
Real simple. Let me see your
Yeah.
tape. Watch. Don't worry about this yet. You're wasting time trying to level everything. Marking your line, don't even worry about it. Sit, make sure your 2x4 is sitting on the sill gasket.
Yeah.
Start cutting your studs. 83.5 inches, please. Okay. Screw that in there, screw that in there.
You want them in the side. 83 3/4.
Like playing the drums.
We've got about 3 minutes left.
83 and 5/8.
40 minutes is okay.
Well, we were close. Come on.
Waste of time leveling?
Yeah.
Just lay it down, boom. Get them up vertically underneath. Level the next one, screw them in. Cut the bottom plate out, clean up, we're done.
Okay.
It was 40 minutes.
40 minutes, 45. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. We're actually 45 minutes. 15 minutes too late.
Okay.
No.
Peace out, y'all. Perfect.
Inspectors were in this morning, passed everything, of course. I mean, we've done it right, actually better than right. It's what we do. We make sure that it is above minimum code, which, you know, I want to see. So spray foam's done. We're just prepping now for drywall. Going to get the rest of the insulation up in the wall. 6 mil vapor barrier on this area. This is already done. We're just hooking up the vent now to the shower, which was not done before. So Martin and Adam are taking care of that. Once that's done, I'm gonna get the tub going today so we can get it back installed and take a look at it, run it, make sure everything's proper, it's not leaking, and then we can close all this in. So I'll leave this to last. I've got to do all the upper valance, the lower valance, the lighting, but we've fixed all the electrical, minor tile work in here, get this cabinet in place, because the guy just took out the cabinet, didn't want to put it back. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Craig Lowe was in on the weekend. He put the first coat of stain on the stairs. It's a little rough, a little ugly, but it's just the beginning. But I expect that. It's just the beginning. We still need to go up and down it, and he'll get the banister. He's talked me into doing the banisters to match the treads, and we'll go white on the riser. So you know what? Since it's oak, I'm in agreement. I said go for it. So in the upstairs bathroom, we have the tempered glass being done right now. It should be in the next week, which is great. Great timing for me. I don't want to put it in until the end anyway. So hopefully we get this framed today. We're going to use concrete board on top of this because we want to make sure that water cannot penetrate it. We'll use a Curdy product as well. Get it in, get it tested, get it done, get this place finished. A little bit of lipstick and mascara still left on the trim, latex caulking, paint. Obviously the bathroom still needs to be painted.
Oh, we found a little bird's nest, eh? Well, we're not going to remove the bird's nest. The family actually likes it, and it's a possibility the birds might come back. Okay. Write this down, 165. How do you look down there?
I look pretty good here.
Okay. Oh. Unfortunately, there goes the bird's nest.
It was a very, very, very hard job in there. It was tight, it was hot. I had 2 guys in there putting in the ductwork. I had another guy putting all the tape on the thing, and they were just completely sweating. After a hard day inside that crawl space, it was pretty tough. So right now I'm just finishing off with this humidifier here. Nice, put the air conditioning on and just work nice and peaceful.
Okay, I'm down. You got it?
I'm clear. Yeah, we're good. You tested it, it's good?
Yes, it's all done, tested. The water lines are tested, the drain is tested. We filled up the tub, we drained it. Everything's working perfectly fine.
Hot's on the left?
Yes.
Because you had it the other way, right?
Yeah. When you stand in front of the fixture, the hot should always be on your left-hand side.
Agreed. And I knew you would do it right.
That's the code requirement.
You've got to be kidding me. If we look at the deck, it looks right. We have the 4x4s up, they're bolted in place. We see the spindles vertically in the top and bottom plate of the 2x4s of the rail system. Okay, so the deck's on level. But relying on 2 screws just in the sides, let's say 5 years from now, if they use the right screws, water got in there. And it starts to rot, it starts to mold. We all have the tendency to lean against the rail, that we think every rail is gonna hold our weight. It's just a mind thing. I didn't build it, I'm fixing it. You lean against that rail and you fall down, you will break your neck and more than likely not make it. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So we're gonna take it down, do a continuous tie of 2x6 around, which locks all the 4x4s together, and we will redo the rails. I love to see that based on the length, which is probably 6 feet, it's not much, they put in a small piece of wood. But what didn't they do? They didn't attach to it. Man, I got a big thing about rails. Are you kidding? I leaned against the rail 8 years ago. It broke and I went down. I damn near broke my neck. What we're gonna do, just so you know, I'm actually gonna pop off the caps. We're gonna take a section out. We're gonna put the 2x4 across as a safety rail. We'll take it apart, glue it, screw it, put it back together again, put it back in place. I wouldn't want to fall from this height, so make the rails safer. Make it so they cannot come out.
Scalpel.
What do I always say, Pinky? Glue it and?
Screw it.
Yep. Now we're gonna go on a slight angle up. If you notice, I'm choosing to come from underneath instead of on top. The least amount on top, the better. At the corners, I will come from the top. If we were to go straight up, we risk coming up through just slightly on a slight angle. Look at the middle. What's wrong with that?
It's starting to fall in.
That's right. This is on level inwards. What we're gonna do is secure the two corners. We're gonna glue it down, secure it. We're gonna push out the center, drive 2 screws in and hold it in place. Nice. Are we nice and strong?
We're nice and strong.
There's no way you can fall off this. It's locked right in. So what's next?
Sanding.
Because it's a handrail.
Yes.
So we're gonna sand from here, right around.
Okay.
Take off the glue that we did to seal it. Good job.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
PL all over my stuck.
Right now, what we're doing, we are putting, again, jewel stone. The color that you see, it's a jewel stone, which they add some green and black. It's a moss green color. And we are trying to sponge it in inside all the pores, the little holes. And that's gonna give us the look of the stone.
Does that ever enhance the color, eh? How many coats you gonna put on?
2 coats just to seal it up right. This is a xylene sealer.
Xylene?
Xylene. It's rock hard, and it'll soak right through the cement, make this whole thing 3 times as strong as the cement underneath.
And then upon the second coat, you're gonna just hand sprinkle some, what, silica sand?
Silica sand, so they don't slip. They won't have to worry too much in the winter. Make it a little safer.
Awesome job, man.
There we go.
Well, we're used to handling it, so we're pretty confident with ourselves in that we won't knock it and break it. It won't break unless you ram into it with something really hard, which you shouldn't do. Once it's secured in there with the silicone and everything, you don't really have to worry about it falling out or breaking on you because it's completely sealed with like the gasket with the silicone.
All right, Holmes, let's see your brute strength. Get up on that ladder. Do not push on the soffit at all. What I need you to push on is the actual wood bracket and see if you can't lift that just enough for me to maneuver this.
This wood bracket right here?
Yes. When I hear you grunt, I know you've done it. Go. Oh, didn't that feel good?
Yeah.
Count of 3?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Arnold, a little more. Oh, yes. You know what? This is just a round, heavy-duty aluminum collar. If you think about it vertically, hollow in the center, it holds a massive amount of weight. Think of an egg standing on its end. Same theory. 20,000 pounds this holds. We only need about 1,000, but 20 will do. You know we like to overdo things. Looks pretty good, eh? Look at that top piece, man. Pete did that all by himself. Got the wood, molded the edge, and it looks like part of the whole bullnose. That's just perfect. Just put the knickknacks back. Go get them. And I'm out of here. Okay, let's start with the front. Now, I chose a different column here for me. Obviously, this is steel structure, the whole 20,000 pounds. I had Ed come in and redo the front porch.
is gorgeous. This is so us.
It makes it look like a solid piece of stone. A hug
This
already?
is amazing.
I'm going to be paid well today. Do you remember when I first came in and squawked and argued about, I want the spindles white, I want the back riser white. We had a little debate, and I said, as long as you can get the trim white, I'll accept the spindles being obviously stained and finished as much as everything else, and I'm extremely happy with it.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Okay, obviously, I opened all this up. We checked the structure in the floor. We found major electrical issues. We found plumbing issues, like your shower not being vented. I mean, you saw what we had to open up. Drywall galore, plumbing problems, lots of electrical, structural, but yet the big claim is 99% done. And that's his word on the writing, which puts the lien on the house, which I'm so sick of seeing. There's no doubt in my mind, had the electrical inspector walked in here at the end, he would have said, nope. As a matter of fact, I want to see a lot more. He would have seen a lot of problems. There was a lot of hidden things that I'm so upset about because you got a permit. And when you get a permit, it's supposed to be done right. We opened it up. We fixed the electrical, we fixed the plumbing, we fixed the structure, we fixed the insulation problem with bringing in all the right people that care about what they do. After taking everything out, rerunning all your ductwork to proper sizes from the furnace up, spray foaming everything with the wall tight is just a product that I absolutely love. It'll give you that 100% thermal break. You're not going to have a worry anymore of a cold bedroom up there, not to mention running ductwork to your closet. So it'll be warm.
Oh, we have a warm closet
nice.
now.
You can actually close the door now.
Yes.
Yes.
I was shocked with how deep you guys had to go to fix the stuff. Like, to us, we thought, oh, well, they'll come in and it'll be a fix-up job. Well, it was a renovation. There was so much stuff wrong. There was so much big stuff wrong, and I don't think I realized how bad it was.
How many times do I gotta keep doing this? Before someone says, is it the government? Is it the law? Before someone actually says, hey, I think we better make some changes here because there's people getting screwed. Okay, well, the kitchen, we didn't really make any changes. We fixed the tile. We did the caulking that's necessary. We put up all your trim. We installed the lights. There was more electrical in here, too, and we ran some new lines and completely made this correct. We're not dealing with impossible people here. These aren't the type of people that stamp their feet and say, I want it this way, I want it that way. There's some people like that you just can't please. This is not the people. They're nice people. I put up the wall here for you just to keep your electrical in, and this is approximately where you want it. Now you can do the bulkhead across. Joe and all the other guys and Frank made sure all the electrical was good in here, cleaned it all up, give you light here, light here. Oh, and a brand new washer and dryer. I just did not like your stackable, okay? It did not work for me. It did not work in the basement, so I gave them away to someone else who could use them, and I made sure I picked you up a brand new set. So that's worth a hug, isn't it?
That's worth a really big hug.
So we have laws to protect the contractor. Great. I think that's a wonderful thing, because I think it's a necessity. But it's also a necessity to make sure that the homeowners are protected. Where's the protection? The crawl space was a challenge all on its own, okay? Pulling everything out, having Alex come in and also spray foam everything proper in there, and then coming back with a secondary truck that allows a coating over top of the spray foam, which makes it okay for a fire. The idea with spray foam or any type of rigid foam, it must be covered up by code, because if a fire ever starts in your house, hits the foam of any type, it is bad exhaust that you're going to breathe in and can harm you. So that must be sealed.
If we had been left to fix our bedroom, which was peaked at 17 degrees, which meant it was much cooler than that, we probably would have replaced the furnace, blown in some insulation or something like that. We wouldn't have thought to gut our garage and redo all the ductwork. It just wouldn't have occurred to us. So we would have spent a whole lot of money to fix something, and we still wouldn't have fixed the problem.
Plumbing. I brought my plumbers in.
And
rerouted all proper shutoffs, rerouted all the plumbing right through, up, moved all your 3-inch stack, everything that had to be done, all the proper vents, all the way up to the bathroom, which we're about to go see. You no longer have
a laundry room here. So what we did do was removed all of your duct line, all of your electrical, everything that was in there, all your plumbing, rerouted. We actually picked up the plumbing that ran up there and vented for the shower. So in a way, it was a blessing. You have a light.
We can be out here now.
You have a light.
Have a light.
Jump.
Another light.
Yeah, we actually tripled up the beam. We did everything that was necessary. We glue it, re-screw it. We know what we're doing. And we braced it off and bolted it. And that is required by code to make sure that support cannot cripple out.
Yep.
So you lock it in place, secure it. Now, what did I do to your rails? I literally took them apart and put them back together again. And I gave you a continuous 2x6 topping. Why? Because now you cannot fall out. You cannot fall out. Alrighty.
Finished bathroom.
Glass.
Wow, glass.
Shower heads,
You can have a
everything.
shower.
You can actually have a shower.
Oh, you can have a shower after you go.
Yeah, actually you could.
We've waited a long time to have a shower in our own bathroom, so.
Oh, geez, we finished this too. Cabinet.
Cabinet.
Okay, so all this
Very
is in
nice.
place as well.
Everything's in.
Now, obviously, you know that we take this whole tub out, as all the structure, and put it all back together again, including the plumbing to it.
When I walk in the bathroom, it's just like, wow, it's a great bathroom. And that's what we wanted. We wanted to walk into our bathroom, our own bathroom, not the kids, just ours, and go, wow.
We do have two access panels in the bedroom next door, so you can get to both the jet and the pump.
Okay.
If ever you need to. You can get to the electrical easily if ever needed to. As a matter of fact, all the electrical is proper.
I'm not sure if we've lost faith, but we are sure a lot more wary about who we do have some more work that needs to be done in the basement. We will be very careful. We will listen to, heed Mike's words very carefully.
Look at this.
That's not the code.
No way.
Take it all down. I wish people would do it right the first time.
No way. Make it right. Look at that. Just like the tattoo I have on my arm. Make it right. Full name, Mini Mike. Belongs to Mike. Stuff with love. Thank you so much. This is too cute. Thank you. Can I have a hug? Thank you so much. Can I have a hug from you too? Thank you so much. You guys made my day. Thank you.
We didn't want anyone else because the first wall he did for us was done so well. We assumed the second one would be just as good.
And this is his masterpiece.
You have to knock it down. I would not sit by your pool with that wall there. It's gonna fall on you.
I think he worked for someone else a while ago and got lost by the time he got to here and went, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
It's hard for me to honestly believe that somebody would intentionally start something that they had no intention of finishing.
How do you finish this area?
And he basically said, don't worry, it'll get done, but it was very vague. And within a few days, he was gone.
All in all, not gonna work, never gonna last, totally done wrong, walked away with the monies.
Almost $14,000 that we've
Almost
paid.
$14,000.
That money has been wasted.
Oh yeah, baby. Mike Holmes. But if you're gonna do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it. How do you do this to a family? Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Oh my God. On the money. 2, 3.
Oh my God!
Perfect.
Thank you guys. Oh, do I ever?
Joe and Lisa got a nice house, nice pool in the backyard. They hired a contractor years ago to do patio stone around the pool and a small retaining wall. Did a fine job. Years later, they want the back done.
We had 3 layers of garden. We said we want to get rid of it all because it's rotting from carpenter ants and things, and it was 25 years old.
So they called the company. The company's too busy, but they happened to fall upon the guy that worked with the company.
He did a great job. He was always there early, worked late, and we thought this is the guy we want to get for this job. And he wrote us out a very detailed quote that included the screening, the removal of the pressure-treated wood, removal of clay, building some stairs. He laid it all out for us with the price.
Joe,
Hi, Mike.
Lisa, great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Hello, hello.
Talk about a friendly contract. Joe, the homeowner, gets paid $14 an hour off the total price for doing some work.
I said, I'll do all the grunt work. I'll move all the stone to the back. I'll take all the clay to the front. I'm happy doing that. But you're the expert. You do all the cutting and all the stuff that makes it last. These are all the tools left by the contractor.
And he hasn't tried to come back and get them?
No. This is his cut for the stone. We only noticed the other day, there's a Home Depot.
Oh, I think they have a missing saw they'd like to know, eh? In he comes. Give me about $10,000 labor. You know, don't worry about a contract. Let's do it cash. We'll save you some money.
The actual cash in hand to him was $10,000.
Did you say cash in hand?
Red flag number 1, cash.
Or checks?
Cash.
Here we go again.
Cash, which means did you have a contract?
There was, well, not a...
Put it in writing. Pay by check. If anything happens, it's just another step in the system that helps you. In this case, there's nothing to help you.
Now, honestly, I love this stone, but there's a limit to its height. The limit to its height is 3 feet.
If you read the directions, it tells you not to exceed 36 inches in height. It's there for a reason, directions. We should read them. Maybe the contractor should read them, eh?
Here's a big issue. This is your neighbor up here?
Yes.
All right, we have the grate up here, so which means in the winter or fall, spring, especially spring, imagine all the water coming this way and behind this wall.
When that water comes down that hill, and it will because the neighbors is higher land, it's gonna freeze and push that wall over in the first year.
All that money that you spent goes right out the window. So you had how much to the contractor?
Totaling $10,000.
$10,000 to him. So that was paying just for labor.
Yes.
And materials.
And materials?
No, that's
Well,
just to him.
Because you bought the materials separately, didn't you?
We ended up paying some of the bills that weren't paid by the contractor.
Ah.
Red flag number 2. Things appear to go wrong.
The second dumpster was filled. What we didn't know is that he had taken all the old pressure-treated wood and buried it under the dirt.
So you
Covered it
had
with
pressure
dirt.
treat retaining wall here before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Buried that in with the clay. The guy with the dumpster truck came back, furious, pounding on the front door, angry as ever, and said, if you don't pay me $300, I'm gonna dump this wood on your driveway. And I'll skip all the expletives. This guy was furious.
That's not right. That's not nice. And I don't think he's allowed to do that, but you paid that bill.
We did.
Okay.
We had already paid him the $250 for the dumpster, $300 for his fine, and that was a pretty exciting day, $550 for a dumpster.
I think they're out of pocket $14,000, including materials, including labor. And I look at it and go, for what? A little bit of dig back that Joe did, some stone installed.
I guess the idea was to move the wall back, put in more patios, so tie into existing.
New stone, old stone, 2 different colors, 2 different batches. Never gonna match.
This needs to be underground. Because we need a locking effect of some sort. I don't want to just rely on the paving stone, because what's going to happen is it's going to push it against the pool. If there's any push on this wall, it will push that against the pool.
He laid the first layer when I wasn't home. And when I came the second day, he had already done 2 levels. And I said, is that going to be deep enough? And he goes, oh, yeah.
None of it's glued. Did he glue anything?
Nothing. He told us that he'd be gluing the coping.
The top stone.
Right.
Okay, well. None of the corners have been done whatsoever.
No, they don't match up at all. He said, I'm gonna take it out and cut it and put it back.
So he put it in to look at it, to take it out and cut it, and do it again.
They don't match at all.
Everything to do with those stairs are wrong. They are not proper steps. We want precast sections. All he's done is use the stone to create the steps and the coping stone on top of it. Not how it's done. This whole stair section should have been removed to tie everything back in and then reapply the stairs back in place, because you can't leave the wood in the ground. Now that you know that it's no good, you've got to remove it. So that means pulling all that stone back, digging out this area, redoing, tying it all into this point here so that everything becomes structurally intact.
Partway through the job, he dropped a few hints that he was overwhelmed with the size of the job.
Did he have like a mini excavator come back here?
It was all by hand.
All by hand?
I was the excavator. And he said, I dread answering the phone when I go home at night. A lot of people are trying to get a hold of me, and they're angry about quotes that I haven't delivered yet.
And why didn't you go to a bigger stone? Or you've got a whole bunch of bedding and trees you got to hold back.
And he at one point said, I'm not going to be doing jobs this big anymore.
That's a huge red flag. First of all, that's not a big job. And if that job was too big for him, He should go work at a fast food restaurant.
You were the mule carrying it back, so I don't know what his worry was with going with a bigger stone. I'm sorry about that.
I'm a mule.
I'm gonna bring in a different stone. I'm gonna try and do a heavier stone in the back because that's a big retaining area. And then obviously pull up all that interlocking stone around the pool, take down that fence, not to mention the carpenter ants and the fence up above.
I'm gonna rip this apart. We're gonna give all this stuff away to a family that can use it, because I do not want to throw anything out that's still reusable. And we're gonna change this just a little bit.
We live on the side of a hill. The ground is shifting all the time. We've had other experiences, shall we say, because we live on the side of a hill. So the retaining wall is important. It's not just decorative. It's not ornamental. It's serving a purpose, and we want it safe.
I'll see you in a week.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
No worries, and you're not gonna be working anymore, okay?
I'm not working.
Okay.
Good.
We'll
So
see
my
you soon.
back can heal now.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Just the more we can keep it covered up, the more, you know, even though they got their blinds closed and they're promising not to look, something tells me they've looked.
I have a feeling.
You could read his lips, a few expletives. He picked up the stone he was working on, threw it on the ground. And I certainly was not comfortable with coming out saying, "So, how are things going?" And he left the backyard and never saw him.
Just for now, just because this tree's so tall,
Yeah.
let's take it down to here, probably no more than the second road.
Okay.
Keep it across here and then break it down
Good
and just
idea.
leave this one piece in. Everything else comes on.
Okay, ready, guys?
We're gonna do the old grab and run.
Grab and run them.
I'm just making so you don't slip.
Oh.
I'm not in a hurry. I'm not gonna take two, kill myself. I used to be 22, I'm not anymore. It reminds me when I used to be in Egypt 175,000 years ago. Thank God we're not building a pyramid. These are small stones. Could you imagine moving those big stones? Like, they didn't have skid steers, tractors, cranes, anything back then, eh? I'm still curious how they did it. Something to do with a UFO, I think. This is not how we do stairs. This is just a little bit of screening on top of the earth. We do have a layer of stone across here to help keep somewhat of a retaining, but that layer of stone really was for this wall here, right? Nothing on that side whatsoever, and you don't just pile it up. This requires a base.
But everything starts off your baseline. Wall, stairs, everything. Baseline, that has to be perfect. And backfill as you go up. So that way you're working off perfection, you keep going up and it stays perfect.
I guess their whole hope here was just to put a small bed here right on top of here. Like, what's gonna stop that from being pushed out this way?
Nothing. You need more drainage behind the wall, right to the bottom. He's got drainage at the top. It's not draining anything. The water's gonna sit behind this and push the middle out. The corners gotta tie into each other. They gotta tie into the wall so it becomes part of the wall to give it strength.
Since we're here, we might as well take this down and build them a new fence. It's in real bad shape. Look at it, it's just rotting apart. We're gonna need to step this down because I do not want to make a huge, huge retainer here. We'll have to step it down. Dig this back out and bring in, step it up that
And
way.
step it up this way. The shed's not bolted down. You can pick this up and move it.
And move all this?
This is fine. I can work around this and ramp up that way.
What if we pull the stone out? How far do we have to be away from the pool with the skid steer?
Just off the A-frames from the back of the steel walls, just about 2-3 feet. Probably stay back from it because you can't compact around it.
I suppose we're gonna have an issue with the pool. We're gonna have to close up the pool before we do that.
Because you got your filter pump and everything in there. It's going to need to be winterized first.
I'm sure Adam knows how to do that, so maybe we'll do that. All right, I don't see a choice in this one.
Stairway to nowhere.
I am not surprised at all at how fast this is coming apart. I thought this wall was gonna take us all day. We've been able to do this in roughly not even 2 hours. I'm amazed. We're down to our last stones, thank God. I think everyone's ready to die. As soon as we're done, we're gonna have some lunch. And then I'm sure Mike will have a lot more for us to do. I'm looking at this pool thinking we're gonna have to pull up this patio, so. Going fast isn't always the best solution. Okay, kiddies, last ones. There's one for you.
This is only like 12,700.
One for you.
Oh, for me.
One for you. One for you, and one for me. That's it. All right.
Happy birthday. Come on, guys, sing. Uncle Billy.
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday
Oh my
to
God.
you.
I can't blow all that out, Mike. Happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, let's back to work. Let's go.
What we should do is just take it off and pile it in. Coordination is the size of the stone so we can pick and choose.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna save the bigger stuff for the bottom for sure, and then
Most
sort of
definitely.
taper it back. I'm gonna try to take the small stuff off with the machine and then let the forks take the wider stuff off. It's a little easier for it to pick up. We'll try to keep the smaller stuff at this end because it's gonna be near the end of the job.
Okay.
And then the bigger stuff can go down there and then we can start trucking her into the backyard.
We have the armor stone here this morning. We're going to be using the armor stone as the retaining wall, and it's pretty huge. And this is one of our only entry points. We got about 78 inches, guys, to get that truck in here. This shed's definitely got to move, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll just take this thing right out. Okay, well, let's start by taking down this fence section. I want to try and salvage this in case we need to use it again.
Well, as usual, we've taken over the street again. We have the stone there. We're gonna put the stone here. We'll just back this guy in. This is our base gravel, the first of probably many. I love this truck because he's got a separator in between. He'll step forward and drop the second load. Perfect. Look at that, two separate, one truck. Well, the things we got to do to get in here, we can't cut those pipes. Are we able to maneuver around them? I mean, just picture that tractor coming in.
That is the return line. That one goes back to the pool. This is a suction line from the skimmer, and this is the suction line from the main drain. This one's the problem because we can't blow this line out. This pipe is on here to keep it above the pool level because it's filling up because that valve's not holding.
Oh, great.
And the only way to fix it is to pump the pool down and plug it on that side.
So that means you're going swimming?
Or do a dive. Well, it's whatever you want.
Mike, did you bring your bathing suit?
Yes.
You did? All right.
Birthday suit.
Going swimming? Wait a minute. Are we kidding here or am I?
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, it's no different from any other day.
Right now, while the truck's being unloaded, let's get these stairs right out. Let's get all the weeping tile out. Let's peel back and pile over here. Let's start shoveling up this stone. Pull out these stones, pull out these stones. Watch everyone's back. If they're too heavy, the tractor will do it. So just start pulling them out, putting them over here. The faster we get ahead right now, the faster we get that tractor back here. He's gonna make himself a ramp. That's why those stairs gotta come out. We'll probably end up maneuvering that later. I don't know how far that wood goes in, because we saw the wood in the ground.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a look at that. So let's get going. Guys with buckets, shovels, someone on this, someone on the stone over there. I'm
Okay.
just gonna stay out front working with them.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
This kind of reminds me of building blocks as a kid, but I don't think I'm as good now. Yeah, I haven't really got the pattern down.
See, that came up way too easy. Hand some over.
some of the hardest stone in the world. Trying to drill through this, trying to break it with a sledgehammer, that's almost impossible. However, get a vein on it, as you can see when they're picking it up and putting it down, a piece will snap off like this guy right here. Obviously, that vein went through here and it snapped off. But the small pieces, years and years ago, the First Nation, Aboriginal people, actually took this stone and turned it into a knife or an axe. Very smart, so sharp. You have no idea how sharp that is. Takes nothing. Take two stones together, grind them down like that, and you got yourself a blade.
We got some armor stone here that we're gonna actually use as our retaining wall, and here I am pulling out these big mother stones. Doesn't seem like, seems like we might be able to use them, but no, it's not the right stone. You want them flat so you can stack them. This is a round stone, it's more for a garden area, so we're gonna save them. And I think Teo and his wife will integrate it back into the garden that they should have here. So we just gotta remove them so we can actually work on this wall. And that's the hard part. Here we go.
Talk about a busy day. I got a headache. All this is happening at once. I love it because in comes the interlocking stone for around the pool. So by the end of the day, we're gonna have to clean up the driveway, move all this stone, and then I'll have Teo pick this up and put it in the driveway. But for now, we're gonna put it on the street with everything else. Everything happens at once in my world.
Now this is rock and roll.
The damage we do. We're gonna first try and work around this one here.
You won't be able to move it very well.
Who says?
It's very established.
Yeah, right. We got tractors.
We're good? So Steve accidentally leans on this thing and snaps it, and no water comes out. Adam believes that there's already a cap in the pool, down in the drain at the bottom, and nobody's pulled it out again.
We'll start with the base stone for the stairs, because those ones can be placed. Those don't really need a base underneath them.
However, we need it there.
We need it there, and that's where he's gonna come dig this section out for the base for the stair, as well as the start of the wall.
If you notice, he's being very careful not to go beneath undisturbed soil. What we're gonna do is go just below the grade here, get in a bed at a 3/4 crusher run, which gives us that bed. That first stone will go into place, and everything else gets dug around that first stone, and we maneuver ourselves upwards. You don't want to dig everything out and then recreate it. Work on undisturbed soil. This is clay-based. This is great. Let's get it rocking and rolling.
You can't do true level with a natural stone. The top of it's not flat. If it was a perfect, everything perfectly level, perfectly flat, yeah, you could get level. All you're looking for is it sits so you get water to pitch off. You don't want water pooling at the back. If you get water pooling at the back, then you're gonna get ice, you're gonna get buildup. Everything's gonna settle a little bit too, so you just pitch them every little bit forward and just try and equal it out.
I like the bigger the better.
Yeah.
It works for me.
We're pretty much dead on.
Yes.
Because we sit it proud, we're compact enough, then the stone, the weight of the actual stone just settles everything in. Because if you got an uneven base in the stone and you try and set it down on something that's perfectly level, you'll get it rocking.
Yep.
So you compact a certain amount, leave a little bit loose, let the stone push it in, sit in, and set everything in.
1, 2, 3, 4, I see 5. How many you got?
5.
Can I show you guys something?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Come on out. Wow, good news, bad news, all kinds of great news.
Okay.
First of all, it's a nice day.
Yes.
I like that.
That's not the only good news, I hope.
It looks like a war zone here. I mean, look at this. Is this a mess or what? Now, we brought in what we needed for today, and I guess you can see the stone that we did bring in.
That's great.
This is what we call armor stone, and I love this stuff. This will sit here overnight, and it'll be gone tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're hoping very much that your neighbors do not mind what we're doing here. Made a new driveway for you, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
We could park in the back now.
No, we're gonna fix this. This will be grass. Yeah, so we've actually pulled all this out. Your shed's gone, and
Used to be a tool shed here.
piece of crap. So we pulled all this down to create this driveway slope so we can get the machines in. Both the skid steer and the big cat machine here.
Holy moly, we have our own excavator. Just seeing the wall missing, gone. I don't know. It's just all that work is gone.
You can see that we started with the steps.
Wow, that's great.
And it's really the proper way of doing things.
This is a really nice surprise.
Just looking at that, that's our dream, the way it looks already.
Weeping tile will go in. We will dig it back. We'll have fabric cloth. We'll have everything to make this properly control water, that it will not be an issue. But you're going to have approximately, I would say, about 12 ton of armor stone holding this back.
When Mike said you need more gravel, a bigger stone, we didn't expect it to be this big.
Well, you're excited already.
Oh,
yeah.
really
Love
excited.
this stone. It's beautiful.
When this whole project began, when we first started talking about it ages ago, years ago even, before it was even possible, this is what I saw. But it was just, we never thought that it would actually happen. This is amazing. This is really, really good. I can't wait to see it all put together.
I can't either.
These shrubberies or pines, did you plant those?
I did.
Can I take them out?
Yes. You can do anything you like.
Because I'm going to put in a new fence.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your fence is no good. So I'm going to put in a new fence, and that doesn't work for me on what I see.
When we heard that you guys were going to come, I just thought of the retaining wall. Just the retaining wall. We had a couple of other things, like we had intended at some point to replace the fence at the side of the pool. We know that there's some planting issues here. We were going to address that at some point. So the fact that there are all these bits attached to the wall, which was the main issue, that is just fabulous. It's, I don't know what to say. It's shocking. It's wonderful.
By the time the end of day tomorrow, you won't see really anything out front anymore other than a damaged front property. We'll have that cleaned up, and then we'll be working back here. So I do see your blinds are closed. I'm very happy about that. And you just got to do your best not to look out. I saw you peeking out the window out front. You cheated.
I wish we could watch the process, but
Yeah.
the surprise will be amazing.
We worked outside in the rain yesterday and stayed here till it was dark. And then now we're still digging.
This is great.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's fabulous. It's gonna look great.
Yeah.
We don't have the other tractor in here. It'd make it a lot easier, but you know what? To save the trees and continue doing what we're doing, we're maneuvering. It's just gonna take a lot of changing from forks to buckets, but he's gonna come in, clean this up so he can back in this way, pick it up, and the idea is to work our way right across with the Bobcat, staying away from the pool. Starting to take shape now. We can see the tiering. I like that it's coming in and coming around at this area. This stone will be coming in further. Making sure we get the weeping tile in, the fabric to keep the dirt out, and plenty of stone in behind it. Control any water that comes down and weep it out the side of the house. A little bit of work. Kid stuff.
This is a geotextile. I've pulled this out 15 years later, and you could wash it and reuse it. The landscape fabric you get at your local hardware store works well for a certain amount of time, maybe 5-10 years. This stuff will last a lifetime. You put a little bit of clear gravel to line the bottom, put in the 4-inch pipe with the sock. So the sock is doing the filtering as well. Then you fill around the pipe with the clear gravel, then you wrap this like a big blanket around itself. So you have this whole drainage bed all in behind. And all that's gonna do is stay nice and clean and keep the water flowing that way. Fold this one over this way.
Yeah.
Bring the excess
Right back over.
right back over. And you can either trim it
Yeah.
or tuck it back in and then just throw some dirt on top to hold it in place.
All right, man.
The most important element here is to create some green in this backyard. We're gonna put Japanese garden yews, and they'll spread nicely. They'll form a nice natural hedge, or if they wanna sculpt it with a hedger, they could do that as well. That'll be good. The homeowner had two requests. They liked the dogwoods and they liked a serviceberry, so I added those two elements to the garden plan as well.
I wonder why they call them dogwoods.
I don't know.
We've got a mixture on this side, I notice. 9 and 5.
Well, 5, that's
Ferns.
that Japanese spurge that I
Japanese
mentioned.
spurge.
Yes. We're gonna put dragon's blood sedum to spill over the wall.
Listen to these names. Dragon blood, what'd you call it?
Dragon blood sedum. It's a ground cover.
Sedum.
It's just the color of what it sounds like, what you would picture of dragon's blood, like
I'm
this.
starting to wonder which one will guard which, the dogwoods or the dragon blood. Do you have any elephants coming in here?
That's good that you're dumping that sand over there. It's rain. This is killing us. Can't get this machine through here. I got 4 more stones to put in, and I can't get it in to save my life. Mud is the enemy. Everything's sinking away, everything's muddy, it's twice as heavy, twice as dirty. More ground for me to fix later. We're sunk right now. This is a swamp along this side. I can't do anything. Try and fill the ruts back in with the mud, and it just keeps filling back up and filling back up. And the machine won't go anywhere. The plan for today was to get the rest of these rocks in just to finish off the little section on that side and then prep for the base of the stairs. Get the stairs all in, or at least the base prep, so we know where the height of the stairs is so we can grade out around the pool. We need the height of the stairs to grade for around the pool. If you don't have the height for the stairs, you can't really grade the pool because they all got to link together. Barring a miracle of this drying up and cleaning up, we can't do too much. I know they're going nuts on the fence posts, but it's tough. We got a lot of roots, rocks, clay. These are tough holes. I like it already. And get through with the tank. This machine's a heck of a lot better in this mud. It's like a tank. You can get actually through it. This is amazing. We're actually going to be able to get it done, get the stairs cut, all that other stuff. Makes a world of difference, a track machine, as opposed to a wheeled machine.
This is good stuff.
That's good?
Well, it's rained a little bit, as usual. It just doesn't seem to stop raining, does it? That's why everything's saturated, a muck zone. Prepping to get the steps up in place. Doing the fence in the back. That's looking really good. No sweat. We get the interlocking stone after the stairs are in place. Glass fencing. Okay, let's go to work.
Excellent. The system is actually pretty neat with the clips that hold everything in. This clip here set in into the holes in the stone, and then they sit at the back of the stone like that. Nothing ever moves and never have any problems. Thank you. This clip here locks into the one stone, so your setback on each one of the stones is exact. And well, I peeled it down. Mike's favorite glue.
this is where I need to be taller because I can't see what I'm doing.
So you got everything on here.
Yeah, so we basically brought a couple extra gates. We have all the rest of the aluminum railing system. We've got some extra glass panels, like extra pickets, just in case, you know, we decide to change some of the configuration, but got everything ready to go.
Excellent. I love this product.
So do I.
You see what they did, eh? They took many different stones, and they're all the same. The shape is the same, and they regrouped the top into different looks.
Oh, is that how they do it?
Yeah, so when you put it, it's goof-proof, this stuff.
Right.
Seem to start with this one, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
so
a
what do you have?
clover leaf.
So you have a Y at the top.
It's like a big puzzle.
No kidding.
You guys are making a mess.
Thank you. We got the pattern down. It took a little while just figuring out the pattern, but we got it now.
Good. Look at it. It's a different backyard. We're not even done yet.
And
perfect.
We have some pine shavings here. It's just a aesthetic thing. And we also have some triple mix on there as well, because we're gonna need it for all the flowers and trees that Lori wants to plant.
I like these. This is a shaded tree, right?
This is a Japanese spreading yew, so it's going to grow more this way than up, but it does get some height. This will grow in both full shade and full sun, so it doesn't matter what they get back here, it'll grow.
That's exactly what we wanted to do. It
Yeah.
looks good. I like your choices.
Thank you.
Looks really, really good. Do you have a floor, or are you just going on the concrete?
No, we're just gonna go on the concrete.
Nice.
You gotta put pool equipment in.
Nice.
Right? You got your
I'm glad.
pump and heaters.
So I know you do subfloors.
If you need it, but whenever you do pool equipment, you want a concrete base.
Absolutely.
No
Because
doubt
I was
about
going
it.
to say, if you're going to do a subfloor, I need access.
You got room around the pipes, no problem. We're gonna have your door here. We're gonna use 2 small doors, so they're not gonna interfere with your wall here, obviously, because you're gonna have a walkway here. You got your pump's gonna go over here. We'll finish up. You bring your gas guy in, hook up all your stuff, and away you go.
Awesome. Hard to believe we're going to be done tomorrow, eh?
We'll be done. I don't know if
I know
you're
that.
gonna be done.
I don't know. I'm going to stay positive. I think we can do it.
Well, we have the fun part of the job.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. I can't wait to see it. I'll get out of your way. I'll go see
Okay.
what the other guys are doing.
Come back at lunch. It'll be done.
Thank you.
All right.
I can't wait to see it.
Basic conventional framing of a house, the soffit goes on after the fact. What we do with our shed design is we put the soffit on ahead of the time and then put the rafter over it, and it saves you a lot of labor time. mud. When the green stuff comes out, it's the end is near.
I really wanted the gray, but this, now that I see this stone down, it's an off gray. It's more of a reddish gray color, but it's not red. Problem is we were short last night. The guys were working late. A skid and a half. Ran, picked it up this morning. It's gray.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, he's not far, so he's just gonna go back, just exchange the skids.
Get him to bring that one.
I will. Okay.
Just not make a mistake. That's the red color. Holmes! Hey.
I love this stone, actually. This is a really nice stone. That other interlock has been around for so long, and it's just your basic crap. So every time you see it, it looks okay, and they come up with certain different patterns, but it's basically all the same. This is beautiful. I love this stuff. Sorry. That's right. It's not every day the boss is laboring for you, so I should get a move on.
All right. I think I've kept their windows closed long enough. I'm gonna go get them. After this, I guess you can open up the blinds in the back. First and foremost, I did blast everything with the pressure sprayer, but...
Oh, hey, wow.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
This is our backyard.
This is gorgeous.
In every single job we do, it's all about bringing in the right people, qualified professionals. When I walked in here, this is what I saw.
I'm glad. You've got good vision.
The problem is what I had to do it.
Oh my gosh, this
come
is
on.
beautiful.
This is way more than we expected. All I wanted was a wall to hold up the dirt, keep the trees alive, and we got so much more. It's incredible.
I love building. I love taking things apart, making them right. It's what I do. I design. I love using my hands. Every once in a while, I gotta stand back and watch what everyone's doing.
That looks great. I love that.
That's amazing. I've never seen that kind of stone.
Neither have I. I love that.
That's what we call armor stone. It's probably the hardest stone you've ever seen. Try putting a drill into it or hitting it with a sledgehammer, and that's why they call it armor stone. So we bring in stone specialists, landscaping, the glass framing, all these guys, the guys that build the shed. This is what they do for a living.
We're gonna be living out here all summer long.
I'm just looking at these stairs and I'm thinking of the old ones that I helped bring all the rock for and how they were gonna collapse when you looked at them. You said they were all done badly, and these look so solid. I'm gonna love watching my kids play on those.
Well, these are over 1,000 pounds a piece. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, they're not gonna fall
This
over.
is beautiful.
The kids are gonna have a blast. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
A retaining wall is much like any other structure, but it is a structure. It is holding back land, property, earth. Lori has created a plantation in here that next spring you will fall over how this is going to look. Obviously, the new shrubbery in the back is designed to grow in the shade. They're gonna bloom out nice and thick, not too tall, so it still highlights the fence. Oh, you got a new fence, yeah.
That's great. Oh, wow.
To me, the glass rail is what did the whole thing.
So open.
I know it's all about a retaining wall, but it's the little things you put in here that make the difference. And when I first walked in, I saw the glass rail. Sure, We go a little bit extravagant, put up glass rails and everything, but that's my job. My job is look at it and go, here's what I can do with this. Here's how I can make it better. I want to open up, and to me, using glass opens it up. That fence that you had in there not only was ratty and ready to fall apart, it just didn't show what you have. It didn't show the pool, it didn't show anything. Now we see through it, and it gives it an effect.
I feel like I'm in someone else's yard, like in LA or Beverly Hills or something.
Well, it's so open and classy, and I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The backyard looks twice as big now.
Yes, it does.
And it's even safer for when kids are in the pool. We can see everything.
This is really a replica of a flagstone, and the idea with it, and I've hosed it down, so start to dry. You can see the color of it. What it does is it looks like flagstone, but it's not. It's extremely thick, extremely durable, and you know, to me, the look is fantastic.
I've never seen this before, and this is gorgeous. This is really, really nice. Look at that garden, Joe. That's
beautiful.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
you did the new stairs too.
Well, we took the stairs out, did all new stairs, and all new, obviously, we ruined the property. So we laid green carpet down on your property. You can see the green carpet. We had a fine company come in and put in a shed. Now, what I love about this product is it's man-made, and that material will last for years. It's not just your standard crap that people have put up, and hopefully you throw a couple of coats of paint on it and hope it lasts. This does. It doesn't matter where we go. It's there. We're gonna find it each and every time.
Look at these stairs.
Oh my gosh. Those are beautiful stairs.
They are. Every spot in this backyard is awesome. I want to sit everywhere.
Everything else can be fixed, lipstick and mascara. It looks good.
Oh, how nice. Oh, I like this.
Kids are gonna want to play in here
Double
all the
door.
time.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't even look through the inside of the house. I don't want to. I had enough to do in the backyard.
Last time we looked in the pool shed, it was filled with tools from the old contractor.
That's right. I'd forgotten
They're all
that.
this junk. I really wanted to be part of the crew. I wanted to work with you guys. I love this kind of work. I can't believe this is our yard. Everything, everywhere I look, every angle is gorgeous. You guys really do it right.
Ah, I should maybe trademark that.
You really do, man. This is amazing. Like, look at the angle. Everything is. And you guys have a great crew. Fantastic group of people.
Yeah.
It's like a family. And it's nice to see so many people who take pride in their work, do a good job, do it right.
Thank you. We'll see you in the summer, okay?
Thank you again. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. Keep smiling. Enjoy it. Make me feel good about what I do.
We're gonna stay out here tonight.
Thank you again.
We'll see you.
Man, this is gorgeous.
It is.
Can you imagine what the kids are going to say when they come out here?
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful, Sarah?
You like it?
Yeah.
Want to go look at our beautiful backyard again?
Okay.
All right.
These are beautiful. Look at that. Very nice.
Like to play some drums?
Oh, I'm a contractor. I drummed years ago. All right. Awesome.
Let's keep drumming. We're gonna have some food now.